Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Sunday. Um, it's really hot again. It's boiling. The sun is shining. I've got my sunglasses on because the sun is blaring through both lots of windows, the bedroom and the living room. And as soon as that sun hits my eyes, it starts to migraine. So I have got my sunglasses on in the flat. So even when it was like pouring down with rain, it was absolutely still boiling. People were still going outside in shorts and t-shirts because it was still hot, close, whatever you call it. I'm not planning to do anything major today, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just relaxing in my flat on a Sunday, hopefully. I'll just take things as it comes. So this morning the sun's blaring through the windows and it's another hot one. I'm going to go back to last night. So I went out about, was it 10 to 6? 10 to 7, sorry. My usual time. I attempted to go out of my flat. I'd been into TikTok. I'd seen this guy. I'd gone into this guy's live stream. His brother had been beaten up in London, and this guy was saying, "I'm still going to go out of my flat. I'm still going out of my flat. Whatever you do, I'm still going out of my flat, my house." Sorry, he had a house. "I'm still going out. Whatever you do to me or my family, I'm still going out of my house." His experience in bullying and thuggery in TikTok. So 10 to 7, I started to go outside my front door, which isn't a house, it's a flat, it's a block of flats, it's not a house. I went to go towards the communal door and I saw a pink bike coming down the stairs, a massive pink bicycle coming down the stairs. One lad had gone down the stairs with a bicycle, and then I saw a pink bicycle coming down the stairs. So I turned round and looked at the railway station. I filmed the railway station for a bit, and that was packed. The railway station's been packed because of the weather. People going to places on the train. So I stayed there for a couple of minutes, and then about 3 or 4 lads went out the communal door, and then I went down the stairs, and then I went slowly out of the building, and they were cycling off outside. And this one kid was going on about talking about another load of kids and something going on. I don't know what it was. He was hovering outside the bin store, so I'd gone into the bins, put some rubbish in the bins, and I noticed someone's bought themselves a king-size bed. King-size bed! Because there's all cardboard boxes with king-size bed on it, and they've thrown their old bed out and obviously bought a king-size one. Very nice. So I went out of the bin. This lad was outside the bins, walked past, walked across the road, walked around the back of the flats, and then I walked onto the fields. And all I saw on the fields last night was an elderly woman with grey hair and a bun in her hair, and it was all grey, walking a dog in a stripy dress, and another lady dressed like myself. It's like looking at my double. And apart from that, there was no goths on there yesterday evening. There was no gangs of goths. It was just 2 women. And I came off the fields, and he had been out all day upstairs. He'd been out all day. I hadn't heard hide nor hair of him. He got up at 5, and then he goes out at 10 to 6, and he's not back till 8-ish. And last night, I was coming back off the field, and he was home. His car wasn't parked outside these flats, but he was home, because I heard him. And I came into my flats, and I just sat down. I put some music was playing when I went out. Music was playing. When I came back, there was no music playing, and it wasn't loud. It was just like normal noise. And when I came back into my flats, there wasn't music playing anymore. There wasn't any music playing. And sometimes Alexa does that. If there's inactivity, she shuts the music off. So maybe Alexa had shut the music off, and it was just quiet when I came back into my flat. And I made a drink, had a snack, and I just sat down and went into TikTok. Not to live stream, I'm not live streaming, just to see what was going on. And the usual stuff. And then I put a comedy on to try and cheer myself up, otherwise you're going to sit here miserable as sin, doing nothing. And I think that's what they want me to do, just sit here, speak to no one, and absolutely do nothing. Well, I'm not going to sit here in complete silence being controlled by gang stalkers. Definitely not. So I do make people know that I'm here, you know, and not hidden away. So there's a king size bed box in the bin store, king size, but the quality of goods in Great Britain is not all that good, so I don't know how long that'll last, because I mean everything's just packing in and breaking. So I've got up this morning. The guy that delivers my newspaper, the same guy with the long grey hair in a ponytail, he delivered my newspaper about 20 to 8, and I'm just taking it easy. I ain't rushing. I got up slowly, let him into the building, and he shoved it in my mailbox. And here it is. Today is Mail on Sunday. Whoops. All the paraphernalia drops out. And another one. Now, I haven't gone anywhere this week, and I haven't done very much of it. What's in the newspaper? You're turned on by Lucy Letby in her uniform. Chief prosecution witnesses vile rant at campaigner who questioned his evidence. The expert witness whose evidence helped to convict Lucy Letby is at the centre of an extraordinary row after claiming that the nurse's supporters were motivated by a sexual attraction to pretty young blonde females. The bizarre outburst by Dr. Dewey Evans, 75, the prosecution's chief expert witness, comes amid mounting doubts about the reliability of the evidence used to convict Letby of killing 7 babies and attempting to murder 7 more at the Countess of Chester Hospital. And Kate Middleton and Charlotte are on the front page. It's a royalist newspaper. Anything you can do, Mum? Charlotte and Kate dazzle in aquamarine at Grandpa's birthday. got the royals all over it. It's a royalist newspaper. Trooping their colours, the Waleses put on a display to remember. Police investigate sex attack at George, Charlotte and Lewis's 30,000 a year school by Mark Hookham. Police are investigating an allegation of sexual assault at the prestigious private school attended by the Prince and Princess of Wales's 3 children. David Beckham, because David Beckham is a friend of the royal family, so David Beckham's in the newspaper a lot as well. The Beckhams. How Sir David's defied merciless ribbing from close friends and even his wife to revel in his newfound status as Lord. Lord Beckham of Great 2. They're close pals, the Beckhams and the royal family. Only Dave and I knew just how much pain he was hiding as he filmed the hairy bikers one last time. But as Dave Meyer's wife reveals in her powerful memoir, the cancer-stricken star shrieked with joy when he clapped eyes on the gleaming new bike the crew had laid on for the series. That is sad. I used to like watching the hairy bikers. For 2 years I'd watched Dave die, she says. Second woman stalked and brutally attacked in idyllic French village where British expat was stabbed to death. 6 weeks on from the savage murder of Karen Carter, police are no closer to catching the killer. Brad Pitt tears his velvet jeans on a night out with Ines 32. So you're only going to find news that is relevant, that goes into the newspapers. Anything happens to me, myself, Mr. UK TikTok official, or anybody else that is not worthy of a mention, and I mean it, don't get in the newspapers. So Mr. TikTok UK's official's brother was beaten up horrifically in London, and it hasn't made any newspapers at all. They choose what goes in the newspapers, and this one is a royalist newspaper, so all the royals is going to get in there, all the friends of the royals, and there's millions and millions and millions of other things going on in this world that we don't know about. And that I go into TikTok and I hear real people speaking about real things that have happened to them which are disgusting and bad, that don't even reach the newspapers. It's not worthy to these newspapers, right? And Mr. TikTok UK official said that his brother was beaten up by men in balaclavas. I'm just showing you how they just put what they want you to see in the newspapers. Keyless car theft. Balaclavas. keyless car theft. And this poor bloke was he was gay, and there is racism in the police force and homophobia in the police force, and this guy that was beaten up was gay. It's not gone in any newspapers at all. Right, so the guy was beaten up by with blokes by balaclavas. So these guys are in the newspaper with balaclavas about car theft. Car theft. Thieving out of cars. So the common person isn't worthy of a mention. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to prove. You, boho on the beach. Boho. God, why is that upside down? Oh look, it's both ways. So you've got You magazine there. A more stylish Diana haircut. Up to date fashion that Diana might have had her hair in. And this one. So it's double-sided. I don't know what you call it. Becoming Diana Mitford felt dangerous. Diana. She plays the most hated woman in England. Well, Diana wasn't the most hated woman in England. Princess Diana wasn't anyway. She was the most loved woman in England. So this woman plays the most hated woman in England in a hotly anticipated TV drama, but Scottish actress Joanna van der Ham, 34, could hardly be more different. They don't like it that I like Diana's photographs. Princess Diana's. Oh, Princess Anne. If people don't go behind bars for what they did, we'll give the OBE back. They are dragging it out to wear us down, hoping we'll accept a lower figure. Oh, Seema Misra receiving her OBE from the HRH, the Princess Royal, this year. What I'm trying to say to you all is they choose what goes in the newspapers. The public has no choice. So we don't see real news. We don't see what's really going on. It's all hidden. They just show us what they want you to see. Royals all over the place in their regalia. And fake news, and friends of the royals, relatives of the royals, and that's it. I'm just doing my thing. I'm happy. I live a very relatively simple life away from everything. I don't want to be caught up in things anyway. I'm quite happy staying out of the way, but they won't budge and they won't give in, And they like to have their little digs at Princess Diana, who was not the most hated woman at all. She was the most loved. So why is this constant attack at Princess Diana when all she did was speak up for what was going on in her life? Now Diana was another one that suffered when she whistle blew what was going on within the royal family, and she suffered the consequences for telling the truth. And all she wanted was happiness and love. She didn't want to be queen, but what happened was she ended up having a nasty accident in Paris in that tunnel. And all I see every day in the mail is royals in the newspaper. Royals, 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 royals. And there is narcissism in the royal family, you know. Me, 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 me. It'd be nice to see some of them giving, and these celebrities like the Beckhams who've got thousands of pounds, in the newspapers, giving to the disabled, giving to the homeless like Diana did, going round and donating clothes, and maybe letting out some of their homes to the homeless. Because all I've seen is those homeless have been got off the field. I don't know what's happened to them. They've just disappeared. I hope they've got better homes than sleeping on the grass, on the floor. And someone in here has got themselves a nice king-size bed. I've been sleeping on the sofa for years now, and that's not because I haven't got a bed. That's because this place is so damn noisy, and I'm on my own and I fall asleep to the television set anyway. I don't need a king-size bed. I'm on my own. I don't have a partner. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1965, Bob Dylan recorded his iconic hit, Like a Rolling Stone, which Rolling Stone magazine twice named the greatest song of all time. I have a feeling they might be a bit biased.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:58 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Sunday the 15th of June.
Alexa, what is the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 16 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 13 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What do you call an old snowman? Water.
And Alexa, which celebrities were born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 15th of June include Xi Jinping, Ice Cube, Courtney Cox, Neil Patrick Harris, and Helen Hunt.
So guys, another hot boiling day. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere and doing very much today. I should get my washing done, my washing up, and just do what I do. I don't go in the co-op anymore. I've got my newspaper, which I'm quite satisfied with. I ordered a subscription of the newspaper on my phone, and I've never seen the royals in the newspaper so much this past month since I ordered, had my newspapers delivered to my address. They should quietly be helping the country in the background, not shoving their faces into ours when members of the public haven't got very much. You know, I think in this day and age where you've got people showing off their wealth and the country's in a terrible state. It's just making people angry and sick and tired and fed up. Me, myself included. I mean, the money that is going into the royals' properties and their clothing and their cars and their planes and their foods and the electricity on their homes. I mean, Alexa, how many homes has King Charles got?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, how many properties has King Charles got?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
She told me that last year. She told me that King Charles had over 100,000 homes. Alexa, how much is King Charles worth? And she goes quiet. Alexa, how much is King Charles worth?
King Charles III is worth an estimated £552,900,000. He has a salary of around £14,750,000.
He has a salary each year of £14 million. The average person that works all their life doesn't even earn £1 million. Some people don't earn £20,000 a year. And they work bloody hard. And they've got no money at the end of it to feed their kids. £15 million a year. And the country's poor as fuck. People need to wake up. Really do. We're all brainwashed with their regalia. Their children are never want for anything, while some of our children are starving. And no, they didn't like Diana. They didn't like Diana because A, she whistleblowed, 2, she spoke the truth, and 3, she gave to the poor. And what was done to Diana, none of us will ever know the truth, the whole truth. No, we just get told what we hear from them. I just want to live my life, myself in peace. I want to be left alone. I'm not a hoe. I'm not anybody's property. And when I tell you what went on in Gloucestershire bit by bit, you'll realise that Diana, what she said about the royals was absolutely true, and that the sense of humour and whatever else is really, really bad. And the royals are friends with the Beckhams. And Charles knighted Sadiq Khan. I don't expect to be liked because I'm a person that's whistleblown about child abuse and sex abuse, and also there's other abuse that's gone on that needs to come out, and they are trying to discredit me like they did Diana. They said Diana was mentally ill when she was speaking the truth. They said that she was mentally unstable and she wasn't, and they're trying to do the same thing to me, saying I'm mentally ill and cracked. That's another reason I'm not live streaming. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I believe everything in my life is controlled. I even believe that when I went to school, it was an odd sense of humour. What was going on in my school when I was a kid. I'll never forgive whoever's done this to me. And I'm not old, making me feel like I'm old and ugly and fat. And I'm sure they did that to Diana as well. I'm going to go now. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I am an outcast. I expect to be an outcast. I mean, Diana was when she left the royal family. She lost her HRH and she was fed to the lions. I don't expect anything. I'm just going to tell my story right from the beginning, when I was a kid, how I've been treated in my own country, and other people have gone through it as well. But you can see that news that is worthy of going in the news is not getting in the news at all. Just their fairy tales. See you later.